Hello and welcome to Materials and Production Technology 2. My name is Mr. Pratt and I'm going to be the facilitator for this course. I wanted to give you kind of a rundown as to what Schoology is going to look like for this semester together. Obviously, we're starting out in the green phase, but as things move along, there's still uncertainty as to whether that would continue in the green phase or move to a different phase. And so I want to just kind of do an overview of what Schoology is going to look like based on what phase of learning we are in. So right now you are on we'll call it the home screen of our Schoology course. It's the updates. So by default, that's where the students are going to be seeing. And so this is where you might see a weekly update or weekly message as reminders are needed, or just a nice job on the previous week's activities, or just things that they need to be aware of throughout the course. This at the top, the latest announcement actually stays there even no matter what tab or what page I'm on in the course. The previous updates will then be down towards the bottom. So I may put a video or a picture up there or something else that's important, but for the most part, there'll be at least one weekly announcement for students. And then in order to find the content for the course, everything will be in the materials section. We're going to start out in the green phase as you already are aware, and so there will be an introduction to the course, things that we're doing that are hands-on, and what students need to be aware of, as well as parents of their students and what they're doing. As you all know, in the green phase, in the full face-to-face learning, there is Wednesdays that are asynchronous. So every Wednesday, students will be at home or out of school, and they will be asked to complete asynchronous learning activities. And so this allows a little bit more flexibility in their schedule. Activities will be posted at 8 a.m. and are due by 11:59 p.m. of that day. In order to receive credit for these activities on Wednesdays, students must access the Schoology class as well as the content of that class and submit their work. If students access the content but do not submit the activities or assignments that they have, then they will not be able to receive credit for that day. In addition to that, if we were to go into the yellow or red phase and there would be online learning required of the students, the same thing would apply. So it's really important that students are looking into the folders that are available in Schoology. So Wednesday's weekly activities will always be white. Each Wednesday will have a folder dedicated for it, and in there you will find the to-do list essentially, and the activities that are asked of the student. In the red phase learning, if this would be a day or a week, the folder would be labeled as such. Inside there would be a to-do list, things that almost like a checklist for students, and then they would be able to access those activities and submit them. Majority of our time here in the school will be dedicated to our hands-on learning. And so content that was typically discussed through lectures or discussions will take place through Schoology in our Wednesday activities, or other days of the week if necessary. But everything will be done through Schoology. In addition to that, there will be additional folders of things that are being taken place in school, resources for the students. But this is kind of how everything will be housed. Like I said, in order to receive attendance, though, students must submit the activities that they are asked to complete. In addition to submitting their work, something new that I am doing through this course will be the grading system. And so all the grades will be housed here in Schoology, and then sent over to the Home Access Center. So more or less, the updated grades will be on Schoology first, and so this is the place where I would recommend that you look to see what you have submitted or have not submitted, and what things you might need to complete or check in with me about if you're unsure. So as we look at what green phase and how we transition into the red phase. The red phase learning schedule looks a little bit different than our typical green phase schedule. And so because MAT 2 or Materials Protection Tech 2 is a Block 1 course, if we were to be in the red phase, any synchronous, so a Zoom session or some type of learning activity that we're doing, would take place from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Again, this is in the red phase. If we're in the green phase, then obviously we would be here, or in a hybrid mode, we would be in the face-to-face as well as online, but same block scheduling that we have currently. If a student needed assistance, they are welcome to reach me through our Wednesday office hours, and so I will have a Zoom link available in the calendar, so every student will be able to see that. It'll be available or accessible for a chunk of time on Wednesday, so it's not the entire day. It's not. I don't sit at my laptop all day, but students would be able to access that. So this is just a little bit of how Schoology will work in this course, and just to kind of give you an understanding of what to look for. But it's really important that if you do have any questions or comments, to feel free to reach out to me. The best way to do that is through email or Schoology message. And I'm looking forward to seeing all of you, whether it's face-to-face or virtual, as we start the new school year. Thanks.